Okay, so here we are in round 1. I'm going to keep this hand. I don't know really what I am expecting other than this. Lots of 3-drops. So things aren't going to get underway until about then. The good news about Hedron Blade is that it just pumps a flyer. So even on a kite sail, whatever, it still makes it a 2/2 flyer for only 3 mana. So it's basically the equivalent of a Shadow Glider. Alright, well, it's nice to see he's not really getting underway either until turn 3. I'm gonna lead, with the Nirkana Assassin. I think over Shadow Glider. Assassin maybe looks a little more intimidating than the Shadow Glider, just with the threat of Death Touch. He's got 5 cards. Most likely he's going to land drop this turn, get 4/4, and swing in on me. I can't really equip that next turn. I have to commit to another 3-drop. The card he could play here is that Swell card. Drop a surprise land on me, and then have a 6/6. He also could have had the Sure Strike. Okay, I'd much rather have that. So I'm going to play the Malakir Familiar first. If I draw any of my life gain guys, I'm much better off with the Malakir Familiar. And next turn I can play another 3-drop and equip the Hedron Blade. I want to keep up the Lithomancer buff spell as a potential trick here. Alright, so he did have it. He did not have another land. Could have done 8 there. I will definitely play this. I'm going to use the life loss, life gain ability, unless there's like a good reason for that. The Death Touch he'll be granted automatically from that. I guess I could have done this this turn, but I think that getting Retreat to Hagra out is maybe just still going to be a better option. I can play that next turn as a defense against this. If I draw a land, I could also just drop 2 3-drops. That's really strong. But I do think that dropping 2 3-drops next turn if I draw a land is still going to be the better option. Interesting. Okay, so I know he's guaranteed to have like a potential for 6 damage here. I just need to get these guys out so I have some chump blockers. I would throw Nirkana Assassin in front of the Valakut Predator for sure. If he has a landfall before combat, you know, that sucks because he's not going to use that. But if he doesn't landfall before combat, then he'd be forced to use that or use a trick to keep that alive. So throwing the Nirkana Assassin in front of it, and actually it would force him to use that trick to kill this. Otherwise he can't kill it. So 1 land here would also get me the ability to move my Hedron Blade. Okay. Surprised. I'm going to leave that there, and I'm going to attack in for 4 here. Or, I'm sorry, for 5. Nice little 2-for-1 there. Just put that there for posterity. Can block 3 toughness haste guy now and kill it. That's about the only reason to do that. He could have actually activated the Blighted Woodland. He had 2 forests up and that, so he could have given it +6 or +4/+4 defensively. And, you know, depending on how important that creature was to him, that might have been the better choice. It would have been a 1-for-1 on me. Or it would have been a 1-for-1, my Sure Strike for his Gideon. Or no, he would have 2-for-1 me. So that definitely would have been the right play, in my opinion. Okay. Not ideal. A land drop here, though, yeah, actually is really strong for me. So, I do that, gain my life, give both my guys Death Touch. He goes to 7. I re-equip the blade here, and I attack in with the Shadow Glider, forcing him to block one of my Death Touch guys, and bringing him to 2 life. And I can still play the Calastria Night Watch. Oh, I forgot to attack. That was dumb. So the retreat to Hagra has actually really pushed me forward in this game, I think. It has really good synergy here with Narcana Assassin, obviously. Since you don't have to use that +1/+0 thing to get it going. Yeah, that worked out pretty well. That being said, this guy might be a little more into late game threats. What was it that he dropped there? That thing I can't target. So Death Touch is actually maybe a little stronger still. Only sorcery speed makes that a little less good. And a 3/3 is not going to get me anywhere. I think I'm just going to stick with this the way it was. So hopefully I get some 1 and 2 drops this game before turn 3. Okay. I'm going to mulligan this one. 1 ally, 2 allies, I guess. I am on the draw. It's just too risky. Speaking of risk, this one I'll keep. I guess we both mulled to 6 here, so feeling less bad about it. I think that opening hand was worth mulling, though. Oh, they started the new mulligan rule. That's cool. I think I just need to start swarming as soon as possible. Okay, so he got a land off of that. I'm actually really happy with the amount of synergy that my deck has, surprisingly. Mostly the life gain effects. That just damages me. Really could stand to not drawing more land for this entire game. And I'm actually running 16. So it's kind of pathetic that out of my first 3 draws, plus the scry, I've seen 3 land. So I should only have 9 that could potentially be in the top whatever part of my deck. Got 4 cards left. I have no creatures. This actually becomes a little more useful at 5. So that's good news. Yes, yes. think I will block here, take 4. No, if he plays a land, I have to block the Predator and the Baloth. Getting rid of that is a potentially more important thing, though, if he doesn't have landfall. So I have to take that damage now, and then if he draws a land, I'm kind of screwed. I will be gaining some life here. 1. No, I don't. Okay. Maybe 2. He could play Swell here, or Sure Strike there. Really not going to be much else I can do other than to chump. Hopefully he doesn't have a land or a card that can get him a land. Blighted Grove would be the worst. I lied. That's the worst. I think that was a risky attack, but I wasn't really in a position to... I mean, I'm a weenie deck. I'm not really in a position to just sit around and wait for something to happen for myself. I really do have to just keep getting in there. Alright, so... Unfortunately, he has a lot of, like, decent, cheap landfallers. God. I'm even split on lands here, so... I mean, if everything goes right, I should draw a swamp here. I've only got 6 plains left and 8 swamps left. Please mull to 5. Well, my wish did not come true. There we go. I think I play Retreat. Well, if he plays a creature on turn 2, I probably want to play... No, I want a creature out anyway. So I'm not really scared of that yet. The McKinley Patrol is actually the card I want to play. I think McKinley Patrol is the easiest one to lose to a Swell of Courage, or Swell of whatever, or a Sure Strike, or whatever that First Strike +3/+0 is. Or that, even. Okay. I'm really trying to think of a situation where +1/+0 and Death Touch is good over the life loss, life gain. And I guess the only time I can think of is when you know that your opponent can't block what you're doing or doesn't want to block. So giving Death Touch to something to get it through is more important. And I suppose in that regard it also adds extra damage to something. So I wouldn't necessarily do it to a 1-power flyer, but to a 2/3 on the ground I might be more willing to do it. Alright. Gain some life here. Oh, it's an until end of turn? Oh, I thought it was way better. I misread that. Can attack in for 4 on me. That is actually really shitty. Here I am still going to do life gain. Mostly because when I follow up with this, I'm going to gain more life and be able to attack in with my familiar. So here's a situation where giving my Courier Griffin Death Touch is going to be more beneficial than the life loss, life gain. He needed this. I'm honestly kind of surprised that that's the one that gets it, but I can see why. So, next turn, he's at 3 life. So he's kind of on the ropes here. If I attack in with both of these guys, and I draw a land, he's kind of in a position to have to block the Courier Griffin. If he doesn't block it, then he blocks this and goes to 1, and if I then drop the land, I'll be able to kill him. So it would be a post-combat land play, which is fine by me. Unless he has another reacher. Okay, well. Courier Griffin would threaten death, but so would a Kite Sail with that touch. And now he will block the Courier Griffin for sure. Play it, give Death Touch to my Scout. Okay, so one more land and he dies. Or even a Swarm, Savage Swarm, or whatever that Swarm card is. Swarm Surge. I think at this point, though, I'm done giving Death Touch to Courier Griffin, and I'm back to this plan, the +1, or gain 1, lose 1. Jeez. It'd be really neat if this card actually returned cards from exile when it died. So it would be like actually anti-Eldrazi. He goes to 1, I play a new flyer, he has to remove both of them, this one in particular. He has to at least have a reach guy to combat this. Or to combat this. So he can actually remove this next turn for sure. but he needs that reach for the Courier Griffin or another removal spell for the Courier Griffin. And he's got 4 mana, 5 mana available. One of which can be green. So a Plummet would also work. He's in a good position to attack back with at least 2 guys. I would say Green Warden and Mountain. So searching for a reach creature or a creature that can deal 3 damage when it comes out. No landfall triggers there. It's a lot of damage, but I was made to resist this. Alright, well that is round 1. Feeling good about this deck. Not going to make any statements about what's a good strategy and what's not yet, because it's the first online release. I'm sure it's actually been figured out in real life, so you guys can figure that out. This is my learning experience right now. And so far, that that kind of life gain strategy in white-black is, you know, what I really appreciate what they've started doing. And this is when they began to really acknowledge what draft was. And obviously, this has happened a long time ago. But they're much better able to focus it now. They give you these 2-color strategies that are really actually quite different between each 2-color set. So, you know, black-green in this format probably really highly values the scions, cards that produce scions, and then like ways of sacrificing them to get benefit. And then obviously white-black is this life gain kind of thing where white, I assume they expected white to primarily gain you the life, but it really is available in black too. But that life gain strategy where the vampires now are affected by your life gain. I haven't really figured out the rest of the color combinations yet. I'm sure that guy's green-red deck was pretty on par with what they want green-red to be, a landfall, you know, big creature strategy. That's pretty standard for those. And, you know, granted, these are like kind of standard strategies, I guess, for each 2-color combination for each set. Black-green generally does rely on having creatures that you can kind of toss away and get back later and stuff like that. The blue-black strategy is, I think it's the one that really focuses heavily on making sure that your opponent's stuff is exiled, in exile, and able for you to process them with the Eldrazi processors. You know, it's just kind of the thing I've seen, I guess, and whether that's true or not remains to be seen in gameplay, but you can tell that that was what they were pushing for within those strategies. So I'll be back in round 2.